Aren't those nuts?
No, they're bolts. They're plugs. But the fact that they get that tight is nuts.
That one's gone.
Yeah.
You got the rag stuck.
Ow. You done messed me up, Bob.
I messed you up. Yep, that's what I thought.
So, what does that mean?
Crank's moving.
So,
Forward car problems.
I'll catch up with you guys later. It just keeps rocking back and forth.
You should dry deck this thing. Be done with it. Yeah, you can see it right here.
Yeah. All right, so it's the end of the season. It's November 16th, and we are in my personal barn shop space, so it's time to start tearing down the wagon. Also, night train right there, we're going to tear that one down too, but this video is going to be primarily about the wagon. So what we're doing really is just we're going to pull the motor out, go through the motor. The main reason we're pulling the motor out is to go through it and make sure there's nothing damaged. I drove it in here. The very last time out of the shop, it went a 678. So I don't think anything's hurt in it. However, we need to change the connecting rods just due to fatigue and whatever. We're actually going to send them back to Wiseco so they can kind of go over them, see if there's any issues with them, see if they can make improvements. We'll put a new set of their same exact rods back in it. We're going to send the lifters out to get checked out. We're going to send the rockers to get checked out, just back to the original manufacturer. So Bam will get the lifters, and Manton will get the rockers so they can go over them just to make sure there's no issues before sick week. We'll, see if we need to put new rings in it again, which, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is like a quick turnaround, a couple weeks, back in the car. We're going to send the trans back over to Logan and Bubba. Same thing with the converter over at Perfect Converter. So we'll get that over to them. Again, I just want to get a clean bill of health on everything. I'm hoping to be able to have enough time to make new headers for it. Stainless Works is going to provide all the material again, so hats off to them for helping me out there. So we're going to get all that stuff on there, and then we're going to try to get some weight reduction. I don't know if we're going to have time to change the rear doors, but I'd like to change the rear doors to something a little bit lighter. Either fiberglass or carbon would be great, but we're going to take a look at that. Also, just see if there's anywhere else in the car we can cut some weight out of. See if there's anything we can literally cut. We also have to address the parachute issue we had on that last pass, so that's something else that we got to do. I kind of want to do something completely different, and also I have to change the rear tailgate because it definitely sustained some damage there. So I guess the next step is to drain some fluids and get the motor out, get the trans out, get everything, like I said, to where it needs to go. This one will be this time it'll be a little bit different this year. Bob had some shoulder surgery, so you'll see me being way more involved. I hope for him to still be able to help because he is the engine guy. So we're going to get this thing torn down hopefully in the next couple days, get everything where it needs to go, and then you'll probably see me helping put it back together, doing all the torquing and all that stuff, just following Bob's lead. And hopefully we don't have to do a whole lot of other stuff to it. As I mentioned, it's middle of November, and really we have about 2 months before this thing needs to be ready to go down to Florida for sick week. So a lot to do. So without any further ado, I'm going to get started on it. All right, so a few hours later, it's not TV, I guess it is, so maybe that was only 15 minutes, but either way, the motor's out. Now it's time to hopefully start tearing it apart and seeing what we got inside. Hopefully nothing too bad. Like I said, we already know we're going to replace the rods and kind of go through everything else, probably the bearings and maybe the rings, but we're going to see what the cylinders walls looks like. We did do that rebuild halfway through the year, so the rings might be good. Really what we're trying to do now is get through sick week. Then obviously we'll rebuild the motor again and probably put new rings in it then. But again, it just kind of depends on what we see. One thing I do want to mention is how absolutely impressed I am with these headers. So I don't know, roughly 3,500 miles on them, well over 200 passes, probably 215 track passes on them, a bunch of dyno time, like I said, a lot of street miles. So the fact that Stainless Works, they provided us with all this material, a couple years ago, and it is not a single crack. So especially how long they are and how big they are, how much heat it takes. So it's absolutely amazing that they've never cracked. And also, you know, hand to Rick Trunkett, you know, he's the one that welded everything. So the fact that it didn't crack or anything like that or warp or, I mean, they've been going rock solid. We are changing them. It's just time for new headers. We've made a lot of combination changes and added a lot of stuff to these headers. So it is time to rebuild them, make new ones, make it a little bit easier to take them on and off, do spark plugs. We just kept adding stuff to the headers and, you know, a lot of bungs and a lot of stuff we really don't need. So now it's time to start fresh, and hopefully we can get this motor done in a couple weeks, back in there, get our headers and start working on that. While we got a couple other things to do to the car, but we'll try to fill you on those as well. All right, so I got the transmission out, and we everything kind of looked okay. You know, the fluid came out good, which I expected. We're gonna send that back over. It's a perfect converter, like I said, anyways. But one thing I noticed actually when I was taking the drive shaft out is another issue that I actually had last year and remedied right around the same time. So we have a broken U-joint cap, and then we also have a needles in the U-joint that are bad. So the last time I had it out, I didn't notice that. I always try to spin it over to make sure it's okay. But I don't know. There wasn't an issue before, but now there is an issue. So we're going to replace this U-joint. Actually going to talk to Ross over at Wiley's Drive Shafts and have him take a look at that U-joint. I might ship it back over to him just to see if there's something I'm doing wrong or something I can do differently, or if we just need to upgrade. So this is the U-joint that we're having a failure with, and we'll kind of see what's going on.
We don't have an engine room yet, so we're here at Chuck's tearing down his engine here to see how far we need to go before sick week. Hopefully we're just going to put bearings and rods in it and reseal her up, right? Is the plan so far?
Yes, bearings and rods.
Yep.
And get it back together in a week.
Yep.
So we can have it back in the car.
So that way he can help me with mine.
Or that, yeah, that's what I'm doing it for.
Not Rick.
Not Rick. We're not helping Rick. I mean, we're probably gonna end up helping Rick.
We're gonna help Rick,
but we're not gonna make that the plan because it's his fault. He waits till the last second every year, I think.
Cuts his car into a million pieces.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think. Hopefully, if this is all it takes, we can hurry up and put it back in there because we need to make headers. And that's why I need it back in there and some front suspension changes. And I need weight in there to do that. So, try that one out.
I think that's what we'll need up here, but back there I think you need a wrench.
3/8. Oh, I got a swivel. I got a little guy swivel.
Chevy things.
Yeah. I don't know where your ratchet went. With the quarter drive adapter in it.
I wasn't using it.
I know, but I left it over there just for you.
So we're here doing that. What else?
Cut.
No. Always be shooting ABS.
So, I want to make some front suspension changes. The change I want to make, Bob, you're going to need to do some front suspension stuff. The front suspension stuff I am going to do is I want to not have to change out the struts every time. To me, it's a strut, kind of.
It's not even remotely a strut.
Yeah. And then, so I want to do that. So the changes I want to make to the front suspension is instead of changing out the coilover every day, I want to put in an air bag or air shock or do something because I really want to put some billet spindles on it. And one, because it's a little bit lighter and kind of cool. So I'm sure there's other benefits to it, but I think I'm going to probably go with the TRZ ones is the plan.
Oh, that's wow. They helped you out.
They sure did. I want to be able to probably put an airbag. I'd really like to be able to use the same one I already use in the rear because I already take a spare, so it'd be convenient to have the same spare on all, you know, there'd be 3 airbags at that point. So I want to do that, but again, I have to have the weight in the car. Even though I took measurements and whatnot, I just want to verify it's going to be 100%. Still need to finalize an oil cooler situation, so I need the motor in the car for that as well. And be able to wire that. And yeah, that's the majority of the reason why I need the motor back in the car. The headers are the biggest thing. That's going to take the longest amount of time and the most important thing to change, I think, to better my program, to make spark plugs easier to do and not melt spark plug wires and yeah, all that stuff.
And Chuck has to help me because I had rotator cuff surgery on my right arm, so I can't do much. It sucks.
We got a broken bob.
It's a broken bob.
Need Moroso to give us just a little bit more clearance next time on those big ones.
You hear that, John C. Moroso?
Is that really his name?
No.
Maybe you deep dived into the history of Moroso one day. I don't know about you.
Don't know this is the owner of a company. It's always John C. in the name of the company.
I did not know that.
This is going to be an issue without a magnet.
I got magnet too.
Yahtzee.
Like right there.
Yep.
Looking real good there. Yeah.
I use less RTV than I usually do.
But you asked me. You said, how stuck do you want it to be on there? And I said, I don't want it to leak. And you said, okay, so we'll use all of it.
And I didn't.
Then you
Changed my mind.
Evidently. No wonder it leaked. You always glue it.
I'm trying different things. I glued it to the motor.
Should I put those plugs back in?
Yeah. I don't know if that is where it was leaking. It's like, this looks, there's not a bunch of oil puddled in here.
Yeah. Unless it's on the bottom of it.
That's glued.
Okay. I didn't know. It just looked like when I was taking it apart, it was only wet right there. Like all this was dry.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It looks that.
Like I didn't do anything other than.
It's probably what it was.
Yeah.
I swear I was just in here.
We may still, I just remembered, I think I have another camshaft coming.
No, I wouldn't expect anything else.
I just remembered that. At least, even if it's the same measurements, but at least a double swap instead of a single swap. Okay, what's now? Rods? You just take these out with the impact and then hammer it down?
Sure. I guess we can work with that there. Let's leave that on there.
Let's do it.
It does.
You want this one first?
I mean, it's there or the back or the front. I don't care.
Why is it so tight?
Somebody wants to go fast.
My Coppola elbow.
Pull on. Just pull it all the way out.
I know, but I gotta loosen them all the way first.
However you want. Just pull it all the way out.
Just the bolts or the whole cap?
Pull up all of it.
See, it's not all the way out. But
That's why I said all the way out.
yeah, makes sense. It's a long bolt.
It is. Just do like this.
So you're the engine guy.
Wobbly.
I'm the wiring guy. Oh, see, you almost lost it.
It's your fault.
Well, look at that bearing.
It's the top we got to worry about.
I know, but even that one.
Well, this one still got spread. Push that down.
Why is it so tight?
You can use that rubber hammer or the handle, I mean.
Please hold.
Push on that.
Try to get to the bottom one.
I'm only allowed a pound with my right arm, so it sucks.
Get through that rust.
I mean, looks like somebody knew what they were doing.
You mean me, the tuner?
Yeah.
Or the installer? Or both?
Probably more the tuner than anything.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, that bearing looks pretty okay.
Yeah,
If you
looks
ask
good.
me.
What do you think that bearing looks like, Chuck?
I think the bearing looks really good.
You said if I ask you, so I wanted to verify.
Do what now?
You said it looks pretty good if you ask me.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing there, yeah.
Somebody got an aluminum motor.
I'd like to have an aluminum motor, Bob. You gotta watch your language, Bob.
I know, it's just like, you gotta buy 40
Cars.
fudging cars.
Fudging?
Yeah.
None of them are fudging. Fudge is good though.
It is good.
Was there to keep it from spinning?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that had that.
That's why you have to get those dowels. It's gotta have a D in the part number.
The more you know.
The aluminum rod thing.
That one had less rust in it.
I'm spilling all over here.
It doesn't matter. I'll just send somebody here to clean it up. Sure. One look.
Yeah, looks good.
Good. So,
Where are we putting these so we keep them in order before they're engraved?
we can put them over there, or we can put them here. So,
Then placement is fine.
So in addition to this, one of the things I'm going to do is switch the exhaust valves to titanium from Econel. The reason for doing this, I think anyways, the reason for doing this, I'm told, is to get weight out of the valve so we can run a different spring, something that has a little bit more endurance to it versus something that is made for a heavier valve. So I'm hoping all that works. I've done a little bit of research, and per my understanding, it will be better. So worst case, I'll have to replace them every year after every season, but I guess that's part of it. But I have those on order, so I should have those in a few days, probably early next week. And
Nice.
ordered lash cap for them, a big old kiddo.
Hoping my valves are here in time.
And then everything else got sent out. I know I mentioned I was going to send out the rockers and lifters, so all that's gone. I'm still waiting on RMA from the Pro Charger, so we can send that back in to get a clean bill of health. And I think that I still have to get the injectors out of the intake and send those over to our friends at Cleveland Injector Hospital.
Hi, surgeon.
Yeah, the surgeon's going to take care of those. Did you guys ever realize that? Surgeon? He's a surgeon?
Yeah.
Doctor in
That's
hospital?
Cleveland Injector
Pretty
Hospital.
Cool. Hey, Barry.
It's missing.
That's a problem.
Hold on. The bearing is there. I wasn't in the rod all the way. No, it's fine. A couple little dots there or something. Do you want me over there?
Yeah. That's the rusty side. What's the second rustiest hole? I mean,
Looks good.
back in, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
put those witches back in. See? I'm getting better at this anti-swearing thing.
Good enough. Look at these rings closer, but we got nothing saying like, oh, there's a problem.
So on this teardown, we probably have, I'd have to go back and look, but I want to say 35 to 40 passes since putting the camshaft in. I could do some math and figure out where we're at with stuff, but
those weren't new rods then.
no, not new rods, just new bearings.
Yeah.
These bearings have been in there, right? Yeah, just new rings and cam.
Yeah. Go ahead and give that a little wackadoo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a wackadoo. Like that. Pretty much a pro. So the rods probably, or not probably, the rods have 82 passes on them.
You're supposed to count passes?
Sometimes, yes. What's really nice is like the rod manufacturers, the piston manufacturers, like everybody that makes all this stuff, they really want to know how it's doing. So Wiseco, which is who we deal with to get these rods, they actually want them back. What's that?
Race winning.
Yeah,
brands.
race winning brands.
So MGP rods.
MGP rods. So I'm actually sending them back to them like I did last year. We're at a much higher level of horsepower this year, especially at the tail end of this year, halfway through the year. We increased, as you've seen, quite a bit of power. So they want to get all that information.
Look at these studs that you left out of the way.
Yeah, I was using that to hold the head on so they couldn't fall off as I was prying the head off of it.
That's fine.
I use a big pry bar to get the heads off because you weren't here, so I just figured that's how you do it.
Yeah, hammer.
Yeah, I have my mini sledge over there too. I was just knocking the side of it.
You got a nice ride out.
If you're ready for it, you're over there with lollygagging. So MGP wants these back so they can look at them and evaluate them. You know, look for stress cracks or anything that they might be able to use to future develop their product or make changes or anything like that. And I feel like if we didn't have any after the 131 passes I think I had last year and 2,000 street miles and everything else, I don't think they're gonna have a problem this time either, but also more power. So we'll let them evaluate it and kind of go from there. But I have a new set of rods ready to go on. And we got new bearings coming, or we got mostly, I think all the bearings are here, right? Yeah, I think we got new bearings here.
Yeah, I got all the bearings here.
You want to give it a little rotate?
I gotta use my left hand.
Yeah.
More concerned with the mains than anything, if this crank's moving around.
Yeah. See if the cam swap helped at all. But also with this, I have been running a thicker oil the entire time. So that might make a difference on something too. Mm-hmm. Like I try to make sure it's got some heat in it. I don't always have a bunch of heat in it before firing it for the first time, just because if it's in the trailer, it's hard to plug it in and get everything going, or first thing in the morning or whatever. It's not always the easiest thing to do. So I don't always, and I feel like I should get better at that, especially with a straight 70 weight. But I do have an oil pan heater that we added.
Good.
Bearing.
Sure that's, there you go. Looks money.
Still the same?
Still the same.
Another rod, same story?
Yep.
You don't let me slip under your shoulder.
Oh my God.
Set you back even further. Oh, try again for sixth summer. What's that?
First thinking about it, I guess I'm not going to 6 week.
Yeah. Somebody else will drive. You can still sit there and change your spark plugs.
What are you doing?
I'm a wiring guy, Bob. I keep telling you that. You hold. I'll tap. That's not what I don't have to do this when I'm wiring the car. And apparently tuning a car. So that just tells us we can put some more timing in it.
I don't know if that's what that means.
Well, if you don't, I mean, maybe.
No.
We'll try on the next teardown. Like, that was too much timing. An extra 5 degrees, definitely not the
you're not supposed to read rod bearings, you're supposed to read spark plugs. That's something I can do, and look at you. You got the rags stuck.
Ow. Look, you done messed me up, Bob.
I messed you up.
Do you think you might need a new socket?
Well, the Mac guy, funny story, he doesn't come around anymore.
I know.
Something about us being too far away now.
I know. It'd be cool if you watched this and then started coming around again.
Jamie, we miss you.
Jamie, Mac Jamie, which is what he's in my phone as.
Jamie Mac.
Yeah. Mac Daddy Jamie. You need to come back.
Bring that Godzilla truck.
Yep, he's got a Godzilla truck. Factory. With a Godzilla, but nonetheless, we need new sockets.
Just more of the same. This is boring.
Yeah, that's good. We like boring when it comes to engine teardown.
True. Pull this cap when we get to it, and that one might be the fun one.
I like the idea of reading rod bearings.
I don't.
If we could just get like a little window.
If we switch to a V bearing, you can do that.
A who?
I don't know if they make these in V bearings, but they're extra soft, so you measure the thickness.
Oh, that makes
See if they're pushing out.
Yeah. We don't need to do that.
But that you have to change the crankshafts when you get fuel bearings.
Next one.
Yeah, next time you get a crank, it'll be going bigger.
Yep.
I'll have to grind all this shit out, all this stuff out.
Yeah, they make a good lightweight crankshaft.
What?
I need lightweight. Just to get weight out of the car.
No. That's not how that works.
That's why I went titanium valves.
That's it. This one's got marks on it because you hit it with a hammer twice. Get that off the.
Just send them back and be like,
You know, just a good stainless exhaust fan. That's all you need.
they're a little ledge.
So register.
Yeah. Try again. This thing?
Yeah, there's a little groove there. Other side. So I mean, it's just not leaving the studs in. Yep, that's what I thought.
So, what does that mean?
Crank's moving.
So,
Or car problems.
yeah, I think that, and then what I'm told anyways is the crankshaft or the firing order of the engine has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
So the camshaft I put in it, truth be told, was supposed to be a double swap. However, I was sent a single, just a 4/7 swap. So we put the camshaft in there and I changed the firing order and it had 2 dead holes. Put just a 4/7 swap in it and it didn't have a dead hole anymore. So come to find out, the cam manufacturer ground the camshaft incorrectly and it's only a single swap. I'm told that if you don't do a double swap, you probably shouldn't even worry about doing a single swap. So the plan now is to hopefully get one in the next couple weeks and do a double swap, and possibly the same cam measurements.
Same specs?
Possibly the same specs. I should maybe find out today or tomorrow if they're going to change the specs or not. Maybe go a little bit more aggressive.
So like one thing too, if you go to a heavy rod, this will get bigger. It'll be like here. Mm-hmm. So
You have less.
There's more support here.
Correct. You have less of a dead space with no
flex.
support.
Yeah.
But being a Windberg crank compared to like just a forged crank, like you're doing a billet crank like this, it should help that also. But I think really fixing the firing order situation, it should make things a whole lot better as well. That's really crazy to look in there and not see like an actual timing change.
Yeah.
Just because it's all gear, but like normally you would see a timing chain.
Yeah, you never really
sitting in there. I never did. That's just so pretty and billet.
It's in there.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, I think we're gonna pull this crankshaft out probably now, right?
Yeah, but we don't have a balancer puller.
We need a balancer puller. The oil pump needs to come off.
Which
But
I
we can, huh?
I was gonna say I can do a lot of that too. I don't know what time it is or anything.
It's like 3:30.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep going then.
Yeah. Leave this one. We'll loosen it, but leave it.
That one's not even tight.
It doesn't get that tight.
I know. Take the gasket with it.
Yeah, you're gonna take there's a razor blade underneath the paneling right there.
Yeah, I'm kind of more of a wiring kind of guy.
That's what razor blades are for. And that.
See? Fixed. I'll catch up with you guys later. It just keeps rocking back and forth. Get that set. Stick my finger in there. That way it pinches it. That one's happy.
Yeah. So I said this one's probably gonna look bad.
How's the thrust?
Looks fine. But it felt fine though too.
Okay. Yeah, I just curious. I got rid of my
Look at the front of that, huh? Look at that.
yeah. But I would be more
touched it.
concerned about this side. 'Cause
Yeah,
I got.
nothing touched it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. The opposite.
Just crank forward.
But I got rid of my bypass valve for converter charge pressure. So now I just run all of it, which I've seen as much as like 180. But I'm told on a big block, it doesn't matter, which will tighten up the converter. Not an LS. Quit treating it like an LS, they say.
Yep, looks like the other one.
Did we replace
Stuff
those?
moving around. No,
Okay.
we don't replace anything.
I didn't think so, just the rings. So, but is that how bad they looked last time?
No.
Okay. So the 4.7 swap did not fix the problem.
We might have put new ones in. Let's see why we would have.
Yeah. It's crazy, it's not just centered, it's more,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's within crankshaft rotation or not.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
doing
always,
math,
it's always like that. It seems like.
Yeah.
Sure, somebody has an answer for it.
Maybe we should do this more often, Bob.
So we order down
Together.
I'm down for this stuff. I like it.
Who's this guy?
It's part of the crank drive. Looks like we need to put a little notch there.
Is it supposed to go in? How crazy would that be if why the balancer didn't go on all the way?
No, it's not. It's on all the way.
Okay. Well, no, I'm saying as far as deep, and I had to make these spacers and remake the charge pipe. Just because it's roughly that thickness.
No, this is bolted to this.
Okay. It's
But
not like
this,
a pin.
no. You can see that's a countersunk bolt that supports the idler. But need to just barely take that off there. I doubt it's even doing anything if it's touching it.
Yeah. I know it's better to have the clearance even if you don't necessarily need it.
Yep.
I learned that in high school.
Clarence likes having somewhere to live.
Over there. That's fine too. Okay. Now we got to bring back the balancer puller that Bob forgot.
I text you to remember.
I just gave you a list.
I know, and I sent it to you.
But I gave you that list.
Neither of us looked into it before we left.
That is still crazy, the old school technology. Just being a two-piece.
Yeah.
Like that's still a thing. And I think works. For the most part.
Yeah.
Now do you ever dabble with RTV in between that?
do.
Okay.
Do it all the way across here.
Okay. It just came off with it. Just curious. We're too heavy to pick up. We're too old.
What are we looking at?
Anything. Like, do you see that no cracks? Heads not. Like, I didn't see any real sign of anything crazy.
You should dry deck this thing. Be done with it.
Honestly, this thing would probably be pretty easy to dry deck. Primarily because most of the water holes are already round.
Then you just get a dry gasket, and then you just literally just put an RTV like right here.
Right. Yeah, that would probably be a plan after 6 weeks. See how much water is leaking here
Yeah.
from that head.
Yep.
It's only this one head. Like that head had no real external.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Me to just pull on it or something.
Maybe.
I will work on cleaning all this up as well. Isn't that crazy? I'm guessing that's metal transfer.
Yeah, it's a metal transfer. Yeah.
With the pitting.
Yep. It's not metal transfer, they call that. From the catwalk. Is that?
I wonder if there'd be a benefit to putting like a solid dowel
Dowel as
pin.
well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it'd be nice to remedy it.
I don't think you're ever gonna get rid of all of it.
No, but definitely limiting it would be a good start, I feel.
I think some of it might be dissimilar metals growing and shrinking at different rates.
That makes sense too, being billet versus cast.
Yeah.
Just to me, it looked like most of the water was on the bottom. With the water intrusion.
Yeah, you can see it right here.
Yeah.
Just sneaking up through here.
So much distortion, like color change, not distortion, but color change
Yeah.
on both sides of it. In that area. Yeah. There's not that one, that was broken out. Done broke it. All right, well, I think
My
for
head
now.
gasket showed up today.
The what?
My head gasket showed up today
Yeah. Swell.
for my big boy motor.
It's something.
Bigger boy than what I have.
Yeah, but a little guy.
Still a little guy.
So I think for now the plan is to come back with a balancer puller, so we can get that out. But
I blame Chuck. Chuck blames me.
yeah, what do you think it needs to go to the machine shop for anything?
Nothing I can see for not for sick week.
Right. So that's good news. Now we just get the rest of it torn down, and I'll start cleaning up the block in my spare time, getting all the gasket material off and RTV, and await more parts. Await for the parts we sent out to come back, and hopefully get our new camshaft and that in there.
I'll come back tomorrow and get this stuff off.
Bob's gonna come back tomorrow, he says. I'll probably be here too, because I don't think that's a one-armed man job.
That is a solid point.
So I'll probably come with you.
I'll
And
film and have Matt do it.
there you go. Poor
He's
man.
raising his eyebrows over there.
So that's gonna be the plan, I think, for now. And hopefully we can get going on putting this thing back together very soon. At least have the short block, most of the short block together, and if we're still waiting on the camshaft. But if we can have all that in there, that'd be good. But we do have to get our main bearings chamfered down some and make them fit, because we can't get narrow bearings right now. So they're on order, but we'll get them at the end of January, I think it was.
Yeah, you take those back.
January 20th, and that's not soon enough. So we have non-narrow bearings that and a chamfer jig.
The radius fillet on this crank is very wide, so we need narrow bearings. Otherwise, the bearing rides up this chamfer.
And causes excessive amount of material in the oil pan
You can.
to, because it's going to have to wear,
Yep.
because it doesn't fit there.
And you're fighting thrust and all kinds of stuff.
Right. So we're going to chamfer those and make those work. And I ordered the other ones just so we have them for the next rebuild. And then at that point, I'll probably order another set so we have them for the next one.
And maybe while we're sorting through everything, we'll find a set.
Yeah, we still have some stuff laying around that we don't even know what we have. But until we get situated in the new engine room, we can't go through that stuff yet. We don't have anywhere to put it. So until next time. Right, Bob?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Break.